Welcome to USD 435 Update. And today we are here at our new Eisenhower Elementary, and I have Mr. Ethan Gruen, the Eisenhower Elementary principal, with me. And we're going to talk about a couple of different things. First, we're going to just take you through spaces in this building with kids in it, because it never truly became a building until the students came in and made it a home. It's kind of like a house isn't a home without the people. So we'll talk about the different spaces in the building, and then hopefully we'll get some video shots of those. So if you've not had a chance to come in and take a look at Eisenhower Elementary, this will be your opportunity to do it on the camera. Mr. Gruen.
Yes.
Welcome again.
Well, thank you.
You've been here now, what? Well, you kind of started last April already. You know, just kind of getting familiarized with the system and the faculty, but we're in our third week of school now.
Week of school.
How are things going?
You know, it's been a great start to the school year. The staff came back very excited. The students have been really excited. I have been really excited.
Have been really excited.
It's been a lot of fun to be back in a building, interacting with kids, teachers, and even parents on a very regular basis. So it's been a great start.
I think it was the second day of school that I came over just to see how things were going, and you were in the office and you just had this big smile on your face, and you said, "Oh, I just missed this so much, having the kids in school and interacting with them." And I think you've even been caught playing on the playground with them, and
I have,
doing some things like that.
I can hold my own with Foursquare.
Can you?
Yeah, I can.
Good.
It's been fun.
Yeah, and you've also have a new toy.
That's right.
That the kids have kind of really gravitated towards as well.
Yeah, I've taken my drone out a couple different recesses. I videotaped fourth grade out at recess, and they got to watch that. And I've done that with fifth grade. I don't believe I've actually shared that yet with them to see. But the kids were very interested. A lot of jokes from teachers that's the new way of playground supervision now, but it's not.
No, that's not good. That's not instantaneously, is it?
Right.
So, but it is very cool. You shared some of the video with us, and how you can move around in the sky and kind of see from a different point of view on how things are rolling on the playground.
That's right. I mean, just getting 50 to 100 feet off the ground, it just gives you a whole new perspective of what it's like just here on the ground. So yeah, it's been fun.
Ride on into Riddle's Western Wear in Abilene for a great selection of jeans, boots, Western styles, and name brands for the working family. Riddle's Western Wear for the cowboy or cowgirl and all of us. Opening a child savings account, buying your first home, or planning your retirement? Everyone is welcome at Great Plains Federal Credit Union. Great Plains Federal Credit Union, placing people before profits.
Century Business Systems provides local Savin sales and service, competitive pricing, and simplified solutions for all of Abilene's copier and printer needs.
Midway Bar and Grill on Old Highway 40 is your local stop, offering fresh food and a great time. Open 6 days a week for lunch and dinner. Come in or call ahead today and try one of the best burgers in the area. West Plaza Country Mart, your friendly community grocery store. Now with online grocery shopping for home delivery or in-store pickup. Call, click, or stop in today. Be the belle of the ball when you shop Abilene Bridal and Formal Wear, offering elegant evening dresses and tuxedos for all occasions. Abilene Bridal and Formal Wear, where dreams come true.
All right, well, take us through some of the different spaces in this building, and then hopefully we can put that with some video so that folks at home can see that.
Okay, so maybe we'll start when you first walk in the building. You know, unfortunately, we live in a time when we have to think about school safety. There's been a lot of things in the news, and so when this building was built, that was something that was considered. And so after school has started, our main doors here at the building are unlocked, but that just gets you into a little breezeway. The doors then that come on into the school are locked down, and so you have to turn to your left and come into the office. So nobody can get into our building after 8 o'clock unless they come through the office. So that in itself is secure. The office is a secure spot, and so really the only in and out spot that a person can freely come is through that front door and back out into the breezeway. If they want to get into the main structure of the building, they have to be buzzed through, and that's done at the Secretary's console. We do have the ability in the event of an emergency just to pull a handle, and it would lock all those front doors, and so nobody could get into the office. And so we have that security aspect of the building as well.
Have you had any feedback from folks coming into the building?
We've had just a few folks that have expressed their concern with what are we going to do if an intruder came in and so forth. And so I've kind of shared with them what we would do, and that seemed to help them. I had a parent at our parent night here the other week that specifically asked me what would we do, and I kind of laid out what we would be doing, and he was happy to hear that. That made him much more calm's the wrong word, but
at ease,
with the idea that we could go quickly to a lockdown if we had to. So
very good.
The police officer, we've had a couple different police walkthroughs, and they've been impressed with what we can do to quickly lock the building down if we had to, and we're happy to hear that. So.
And you will do some drills with kids.
We will.
So that they understand, their role if there was a lockdown.
Yeah, and the other safety feature is within each of the classrooms, the teachers have the ability to quickly lock their doors as well. They have a little key fob type device that they just push the button and it would lock the door. So I truly feel like we are a very safe school in the event that we had to be that way.
Okay, very good. What other spaces in the
well, once you get past the office, you're in our commons room, which is also the lunchroom. That's where kids eat breakfast and lunch. We've used that also for different assemblies. That's where our parent night was at. We're going to have a K-5 teacher in service in there on Monday, so it has the functionality there. We've had a few other things we're going to do in there as far as a projector and some things like that. Right now we're still bringing that stuff in, but it's a nice large space that can accommodate quite a few folks.
And we're standing now?
In the gym, yeah. So this, I'm already getting questions on using our gym more so than just for our 4th and 5th grade. And this is the place where kids come every morning to start the morning. So if they come in here, they sit down, they can visit with their friends, they can play on their iPads, or some have cell phones. We allow technology in here up until the time to go to class, and then if it's a cell phone, they have to turn it off and put it away. And if they're a breakfast eater, we call out when kids can go eat breakfast, and they go right out through the doors into the commons and get their breakfast and eat breakfast. And then just a little before 8, we line up and we head off to class. But yeah, this gym is a wonderful place. The PE teacher loves it. Like I said, we've had some interested coaches from the middle school that would like to come here. I've had some outside organizations contact us about using the gym. We do have a facility use agreement that we would or a policy that the board has approved, and so we would sit down with anybody who was interested in using the gym and go over that and see if it was a good fit. I also understand we're going to be getting some bleachers.
You will? Yeah.
So we will have some bleachers on this one side, and that will be very nice for whenever we do have an assembly type presentation here in the gym. So
very good. I think there's enough, about 250 can seat on those bleachers. Yeah. So it should fit your student body, and and you can have assemblies. There is a space here for video as well. So this is it's a gym, but it's a multi-use gym.
Correct.
It's a very nice space for our students here at Eisenhower Elementary.
Yeah.
All right, what's next?
Well, another place that the kids like to go, both before school, during the day, is obviously the library. And so our library is also just off our commons, and the kids go there for library time on Mondays. Then they also use that space for some other elements classes in the afternoons. We also have our store in there that kids can redeem tickets at. So we'll get to maybe that a little bit later. But yeah, the library is a very nice place. We've talked about even making that a space for when the weather is inclement or when kids want to earn like a reading recess. And so instead of going outside and running around, they could go to the library and read. And just a place just to sit quietly and read and relax.
A very nice atmosphere in there.
Yeah.
All right.
The other two spots off of our commons area, we have art and music, and so they are self-explanatory. The art room is used for more than just art, though. We use it also during our social lab time and some other elements times in the afternoon. Excuse me. Both the counselor and myself, we teach a class on Mondays, and so that's the space that we would use. Vocal music, our music teacher's here every afternoon and teaches music in her classroom. Those spaces are also used before and after school with our after school program.
Okay, very good. Good.
Yeah.
And then once you get past the art and the music room,
You are in the classroom spaces.
classroom
and so
area.
it's just one long hallway, and the front half of our hallway is 4th grade, and the farthest or the eastern side of our hallway is 5th grade, and it's kind of divided by restrooms. And we're very fortunate that also in the drawings in the building of the structure is we have tornado shelters. Both the art room and the vocal music room also are both tornado shelters. The teacher lounge, which is kind of in the midway of the hallway, that's a tornado shelter, and then the bathrooms at that midway spot are also tornado shelters. So we have ample space to get to if the weather called for that.
very good, very good.
So
And playground. We planted some grass this summer.
That's right.
It got quite tall with the weeds in it,
Yes, it did.
but
Yeah.
it's managed now.
yeah, the kids have really enjoyed going out there. I know last year when there wasn't any grass, it was a lot of mud.
Yeah,
And
and
they were
dirt.
they were kept on the slab. We've only had to keep them on the slab a couple times when we had those torrential rains here the other week. But for the most part, the kids, they get out, they love the walking track. We've got several kids that just walk that. There's been some talk about even allowing that before school.
Okay.
But then they play football out there. They love Foursquare. There's some tether balls that they seem to enjoy. The swings have been a big hit this year. They have to take turns because there's obviously not enough. But we've had some conversation, and we're going to use students, and we're going to talk with students and look at what more do we need to have out there so that the
Okay.
kids are enjoying themselves and getting some physical fitness type stuff.
So that area is still evolving.
It is still evolving.
We still
yes,
are going to add
correct.
some more equipment and things out there. And we've had some conversations with Parks and Recreation.
Correct. That is correct. yeah.
To work with them as well. They're
Yeah.
the experts in parks, and
That's right.
And so we're going to capitalize on that.
Yeah.
All right. What other spaces? Let's see. Transportation was a little bit unique this year because of the street green being worked on. So give us a rundown on how that works.
Okay. Right now, because of 11th Street being closed, we were not able to use our typical bus drop-off and pickup, which is just on the south side of our building. And so, working with the transportation director, our kids walk up the hill and get on the buses up on the south side of the middle school. And that works fine as long as it's not a real rainy mess, because
Right.
when it's rainy, our trail is muddy, the grass area is all muddy, and so then we have to get creative, and we've done it a couple different ways, but we brought the buses through the main parking lot. And that's worked well. And I just have to say thank you to my students, my staff, and most importantly, their parents for just being flexible during that time, because it can be a little crazy and it can be a little frustration because just all of a sudden we have to make a change because it's not safe for kids to walk up the hill. And parents have been very flexible with that, so
Very
we
good.
appreciate that. But yeah,
Good.
so right now transportation is up on the hill.
Well, and thanks to you for orchestrating it all, because you have to make those decisions the
Well, thank you.
last minute when it begins to rain, and we didn't realize that. So that's good. All right. Anything else facility-wise that you'd like to share with the community?
I'm not sure that I think I've covered all the spaces.
Okay.
But we're just so fortunate to be in this brand new building, and the staff, the students, and my custodian do an amazing job of keeping it clean. It's just a beautiful place, and
It
I think
really
you'll get
is.
to see that as you maybe get some pictures as this goes on.
Very good. All right.
Around here, we believe in local values like hard work, family time, or a fair price on reliable internet from a local company. That's why Eagle Communications delivers great local values, like a range of internet options to fit your family's needs. Fast and consistent enough to power everyone's devices at once. All at reasonable prices we're proud to offer our friends and neighbors. Ready for better internet? Give us a call or visit eaglecom.net and discover our local values today. At Eagle Communications, we're proud to provide the communication services you need to get the most from today's technology. Our employee owners make it happen. We're part of your community, and we take pride in delivering excellent customer service. If you ever have a question, give us a call. We're here to help. Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Okay, we're going to kind of turn the conversation a little bit, and I know that Mr. Gruen has been working throughout the summer and into the beginning of the school year to introduce a new program to Eisenhower Elementary, and it is a positive behavior intervention system. Sometimes it's called a PBIS system. And this is something that initiated through a process, 3 or 4 years ago when we had a strategic planning process, when we brought the community members in and we talked about what we wanted to see happen in our community schools, what they wanted their community schools to look like. And one of the things was they wanted students to learn life skills and have some kind of a social curriculum. And so in this PBIS system, we have tried to coordinate all of that. And so I asked Ethan if he would be prepared to just talk a little bit about how that looks at Eisenhower Elementary. And so he's going to give us a rundown on that.
All right. But like you said, we started last spring. I've got a positive behavior team that consists of 4th, 5th grade teachers as well as some classified staff. And we met on a couple different times over the summer just to talk about what is it that we want that behavior matrix to look like. And that behavior matrix, it looks at 7 different areas. The classroom, the hallway, the lunchroom, the playground, I'm gonna forget some. Buses, arrival and dismissal, and the bathroom. That's the one I was forgetting. And so it looks at all 7 of those areas, and it just outlines or lays out for kids what are the expected behaviors to show respect, responsibility, and giving the best effort. And so we developed those. To start the school year, we had the kids in here, the teachers, we made a video of the teachers acting out both the correct way and the incorrect way of those different expectations in the different areas. The kids thought that was pretty hilarious to see their teachers do some of those things. But then we just really talked about that and laid out for them what it was that we expected for them this year.
I found, sorry to interrupt you, but yeah. I found it very interesting because I got to see that video that the staff acted out.
Yeah.
And then when school started, it was probably a week within the first week, I come walking down the hallway and the students were behaving just exactly the way the teachers acted it out in the right way. I mean, they were talking very quietly with their quiet voices, and you could really see, that video was a great modeling tool for what the students were expected to do.
Yeah, I think that was very helpful, but like with anything, in order to learn it, you have to hear it more than one time. And so that's what teachers then spent some time the first week of school teaching what the different lessons for the different expectations were. We have since also continued to have those conversations. Just this morning, I once again had a conversation about what was the expected way to walk in the hallway, whether it be going from class to class, coming in from recess, PE, music, etc. The kids know, but sometimes just a little helpful reminder. And then we also have kids that just blow us away with just what they do. I had a 4th grade class that I was going down towards just the hallway, and the kids came out of the library, they got into the hallway, and they just put their hand up as they walked down along the right-hand side of the wall. They were quiet, they just filed right into their classroom, and I walked in, I asked the teacher, I said, "Did you ask them to do that?" She goes, "No," she says, "I was just as surprised as you. The kids just did that on their own." So we just took a moment and just thanked the kids for modeling the best behavior or the correct expectations. And then I shared that with the entire students that morning, the next morning at, here in the gym, just about what we had seen and just that's what we want to see. And so that would bring us then to how do we recognize students when they are meeting our expectations? Well, I do have them right here. Each of our teachers have these tickets, and we've modified the ticket a little bit, so it looks a little bit different now. But this was the first round of tickets that we had, and so it's just a ticket we can give the students, And when we give it to them, we just say, thank you so much for meeting whichever expectation. I appreciated that, you know, you did this, this, and this, or whatever it might be. Then the student holds on to that. They collect those, and then they can redeem those at the store that's run in the library. And they can buy something at that store for as little as 5 tickets or as high as 50 tickets. A 5-ticket item might be a pencil. It might be, could even be a snack. I kind of forget what they all are. But a 50-ticket item would be they can buy pizza for themselves and 4 of their friends. And that's got some of these kids really motivated to do the right thing and hold on to those tickets. I've got some kids that they get 10 or 15, they want to go, you know, spend them. I got some kids that are just holding on to them because one of the questions we got asked several times to start, can we combine our tickets? And we've said no. They have to, because if they earn 50 tickets, that's just them now saying, hey, let me treat you guys to some pizza. But it's gone very well. The kids, I've had comments from different staff members who have said, boy, these kids are different this year. Well, you know, some of that's just a year of maturity, but I think also it's part of that knowing what is expected and then following through with that. But as I said earlier, we are going to have to continue that conversation so that they do understand. And the thing that I tell the kids too, because it's what I believe, is any expectation I want to hold them to, I hold myself to, and I hold staff to. And I gave them permission this morning that if they see me in the hallway not meeting an expectation, to please tell me, because this is school-wide.
Very good. Okay. So again, the tickets are to recognize a specific behavior. It's not just, oh, you're a great kid.
Correct.
It's, you know, I saw you doing what you...
Immediate expectation.
Right. Okay. So are there kids that just enjoy having the tickets and don't want to spend them? I know we've seen that in some of the other spaces that, my daughter, for instance, she just kind of counts them and says, yeah, I got this many tickets.
I know there's kids who have tickets and some that aren't spending them. And I know we have one student who says, thank you for the ticket, but I don't need it. And just has chosen not to take a ticket.
Right.
So yeah, we've got great kids here at Eisenhower. And
I think that's district-wide.
I would agree with you. I would agree with you.
District-wide, we got great kids.
Amazing kids. So, but it's been a great start to the school year, and I can't say how happy I am to be here. I say that so many times, but it's truly, I love this job.
Very good. So. All right. Well, I think that's a great way to end our USD update. So thank you for tuning in to Abilene USD 435 Update.